Well, it's about time I finally got to talking about Fire Emblem. So, as explained in the intro script, IGN, a rather notorious gaming review website, got 3 of its members, those being Zach Ryan, Pierce Schneider, and Casey DeFreitas, to do a podcast talking about recent and upcoming Nintendo releases, among which includes the upcoming Fire Emblem Three Houses. This caught the attention of, at the time of scripting this, at least 9 videos responding to the podcast, one of which includes the target of this video, Lucky Crit. Now, personally, while I'm not the biggest fan of Lucky Crit, I do consider him a good content creator and do get enjoyment out of his videos. His Fire Emblem Echoes videos in particular are very entertaining and informative regarding the game, so go check those out if you like. Anyways, Crit decided to do a little response to IGN's podcast, mostly poking fun at them and their little mishaps, and while normally I don't bother trying to cover videos like this, Crit's video surprisingly has a lot of legitimate problems in it which desperately need to be brought to light, which is what I'll be doing in this commentary. Also, new avatar. Anyways, let's not waste any more time and head straight into the belly of this beast. Time to ignite my flames!
Ultimate Russia!
So our friends over at IGN decided to upload a brand new Fire Emblem Three Houses video to kick off 2019, to start off the year with a bang. And they certainly did.
And here we have Lucky Crit responding to IGN to kick off 2019, to start off the year with a bang. And he certainly did.
Ultimate Russia!
So I'm not going to completely tear into this video because some other YouTubers have already done a pretty good job of doing that, but I'll go over some key things here and there and I'll give you my 2 cents on a couple things here in this video. How about that?
Oh dear, you'd best keep this statement in mind. This entire video is going to topple over like a pile of Jenga bricks with this statement in mind.
The mobile game.
No, Heroes is the mobile game. What was it?
Okay.
It was Awakenings, Fire Emblem Awakenings.
Sorry guys.
We're a weekly Nintendo show right here on IGN.com.
Now, I'm sad that Pierce Schneider is actually a part of this because he's been part of IGN's Fire Emblem coverage for at least a couple of years now, and I was able to tolerate his opinions back on classics like IGN's Fire Emblem Fates, why we're okay with Nintendo's changes, which you can see was obviously very well received by fans and viewers alike. But he sort of played devil's advocate, so at the very least he kind of stood in for the fans in that episode, at least more so than Jose Otero and Brian Altano. So I'm honestly cringing that he's a part of this, and the unfortunate part is that out of the 3 here, he's actually stating the most accurate information, so he's got to be cringing too. I mean, just look at his face.
Wait, so you're sad to see Pierce Schneider in this podcast because he's been on IGN for a while and started a video where, disregarding its abysmal reputation, you said you were able to tolerate his opinions? Heck, you even bring up that he states the most accurate information out of the 3, so what's your issue with him? Did he kidnap your waifu and stop you from S-supporting? I'll call the Ninja Mario Brothers on him if you need me to.
Ultimate Russia!
Fire Emblem Heroes on the 3DS?
No. Was it Heroes? Was that the first one on 3DS?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yep. Fire Emblem Heroes for 3DS. Yep.
Wow, Crit, that's totally a massive oversight on IGN's end. Great job for calling them out. You know who else realized that they messed up? IGN, shortly after you got back in.
So, yeah, the first one on 3DS was Heroes.
No, or is that the mobile game?
No, Heroes is the mobile game. What was it?
Okay.
It was Awakenings, Fire Emblem
Yeah,
Awakenings.
sorry guys.
We're a weekly Nintendo.
Seriously, Crit, you need to pay better attention to your target so as to avoid taking them out of context like this. Not doing so looks very careless and suspicious on your end. Not helping matters is the fact that you showed a part of this clip earlier in your video shortly before your Pierce Schneider rant, so how you managed to look over this is beyond my imagination.
No,
Wait,
not
no,
the last
wait.
one. The last one was Fates, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Corrin.
Yes.
That's right. The last Fire Emblem for the 3DS was Echoes, not Fire Emblem Fates. I'm sorry that you guys missed that one. It was a really good one. You might actually like it a little bit better.
Actually, you're both wrong. The last 3DS Fire Emblem game was the new 3DS version of Fire Emblem Warriors, not Echoes. I know Warriors is more known as a Nintendo Switch game, but it did get a 3DS release regardless.
Ultimate Russia!
I'm not a real-time strategy guy to begin with, or a turn-based strategy guy, and I don't know. I'm not super into Fire Emblem. I would probably give this, and I'm sorry, 2 out of 5 Brian Altanos. It's a very low number of Altanos.
Oh, so you are a fan of Fire Emblem. This guy knows. This guy knows.
And you say this right after he says he's not into Fire Emblem. Dude, you can stop trying to be funny now. Your jokes and pot shots are starting to get pretty annoying right now.
Why, yes. It does get worse.
Actually, before I go on, I'd like to take some time to go back to a part I skipped earlier in the video.
Actually,
Fire Emblem is so good.
The other thing he does wrong in this video is that he actually says that he likes Fire Emblem,
Fire Emblem is so good.
and that's obviously a problem because nobody hates Fire Emblem more than Fire Emblem fans. So clearly he's not a Fire Emblem fan.
Now, earlier in the video, you had made a joke about how Pierce Schneider wasn't a real Fire Emblem fan, which, given your tone in the later joke, seems to be a precursor to this joke here. And if it wasn't, then you should have made that more clear, but details. This doesn't work, as back in the part I skipped, Pierce Schneider was the one who said that Fire Emblem was good, which you, again, got onto his case for with your joke. Here, on the other hand, you are making a potshot whenever one of the guys says that they're not into Fire Emblem, despite previously saying that Fire Emblem is good, as evident by your little potshot. The problem here, though, is that instead of Schneider here, you're getting onto Zach Ryan's case for being contradictory. It's two different people with two different opinions, therefore not a contradiction.
Ultimate Psycho Crusher!
You see, this is why people hate the media. This is why fake news is turning everybody off from actually watching this stuff. It's why IGN is dying. Right here. I found it, guys. This is the reason. Here is the root of every problem that we've ever had as a nation, as a world, as Fire Emblem fans. Right here. This is a challenge. IGN, delete your channel and delete your hero's account.
I hate this guy with a passion, and I hope he deletes his channel at the very least. Not getting into a personal level, which I might do in this video just because I hate his guts so much.
Whoa! Where in the world did that come from? Crit, do you have any idea what you're saying right now? Joke or not, you are legit being destructive with IGN right now by telling them to delete their channel. Like, I get that this video was more meant to laugh and poke fun at IGN over giving constructive criticism, but there are certain limits that should not be crossed when making these types of videos, and telling someone to take down their channel is one of them!
Ultimate Psycho Crusher!
I'm going to go back in time. I'm going to stop Pierce's parents from S-ranking and from them, you know, taking him from the Outrealm. Without this, maybe we could save the world. Maybe Fire Emblem could be great again. There's no other way. I gotta call up Lucina.
Yikes! If that's what you think about the least awful person, then I'm paranoid to find out what you think about the other two guys in this video. Not helping matters is how this came right after you pretty much told IGN to get off of YouTube, which just pours salt into their freshly opened wound. Hey Crit, remember when you said you weren't going to completely tear into this video? Yeah, great job not trying to tear these guys to pieces right here! He then goes on to poke fun at them a little more before the video finally concludes, so I'll end the video now. Okay, Crit, before I go on, I just want to say I don't hate you as a content creator despite this video, and I'm willing to look past this mistake if you promise not to pull this kind of stunt again. But still, I have to ask, what the heck actually happened here? How did you think this destructive mess was acceptable? IGN and its people aren't just punching bags for people to needlessly insult and be destructive with because they're widely seen as bad reviewers, which seemed to me like that was your main goal throughout your video. You get on their case for stuff that they correct later on in the video, complain to bystanders for stuff that other people in the video said, get extremely personal and destructive with your potshots near the end of the video, and overall just come off as a condescending and obnoxious tool toward your targets. All of this makes for an incredibly depressing and painful video for me to sit through, especially since I too have been a victim of this exact same mentality in the past. Now, I'm not saying you can't poke fun at your targets or make a few jokes at their expense. Heck, if you want to call them brain dead, go right ahead. That said, next time you decide to hop on a bandwagon like this, do try to work on dropping the spite, even just a little bit. Take all this into mind, and I can easily see you picking yourself back up. That said, this is the Blazing Larvesta, and I'm out of here. Peace. With a bang!